Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. We've actually got some brand new SBCs just released by EA on the brand new World Cup game mode, and it's the first time any of these new types of SBCs have been released. So we've actually got different nation ones, and new ones are coming out every 48 hours. So right now there's one for Senegal, and that gives you Mane. There's also one for Poland, giving you Lewandowski and 5,000 coins. You get Kagawa and 2,000 coins for Japan, and you get 5,000 coins and James Rodriguez right here for Colombia. So I'm taking it that you actually have to fill in a whole Colombia squad for this. Yeah, you do, with an 80 rating overall, 95 chemistry. So I'm going to go through and just see what we can do. I've already got Lewandowski and Mane, so I don't need to do those. But I'm going to quickly see, because I know for a fact that, obviously, as you guys can see, we've got the likes of Messi and Neymar, Suarez, I've got Aguero and people. I do have a lot of South American players, so someone like James Rodriguez could actually be really, really good. So I'm going to quickly see what players I've actually got. So I've got these three from Colombia, so we're not really on course to do it. I mean, do I have maybe some other non-gold cards? No, so this is all I've got so far from Colombia. I'm just going to take a look at these. I mean, these are quite good SBCs, but I think for the players, like for Kagawa, for example, a full Japanese team for that card isn't really worth it. Like, no one wants to use Kagawa. You just use the players, the Japanese players, in maybe like a European upgrade SBC or something, for example. So I think ones like that are a little bit pointless. Maybe the one for Lewandowski is good, but I've already got him, so not really for me. But if they do really big players from these, that would be cool, like Messi, Ronaldo, those types of cards there. But I wouldn't really say these are worth it. I'd say, yeah, I'd say this one here for Lewandowski is worth it if you have the players. But I think definitely the one for, what's his name? I think Mane is not worth it. I don't think Kagawa is worth it. I mean, yeah, I've got a few players here, but I've already got Lewandowski, so I wouldn't need to do that on there. So maybe James Rodriguez could be doable. He's the only one I do here, but still, you'd have to get a lot of players to trade into this, and you could just use a lot of those cards in different SBCs. So let me know if you guys would do these or not. I personally can't do them because obviously there isn't a transfer market, so you can't buy players. You only have to use the players that you've already kind of got in your club. So I can't actually complete these. Audran Goodman, It's Ben, MC Swag, TNO MNA, Mikael Khan, Liam Porter. Welcome to the stream, all of you guys who are just new around here. I've got 143 viewers right now on the stream, which is awesome. So welcome to the stream, everyone who is new around here. You were just about to do Lewandowski, and then you packed him. Nice. That will save you a lot of cards that you'd have to trade in. You can do that in a different SBC. But yeah, they are going to be releasing more of these, and from what I see here, it's for the highest rated player from a nation. So we are going to have one for Ronaldo most likely. There'll be one for Messi and Neymar. I've already got those two. The only kind of, I think the main players I'd want, De Gea, I would complete his SBC. So I think there will probably be one for him, as he's Spain's highest rated player. I think there'll be one for Ronaldo. He's one of the few high rated guys I don't have that will be usable. I'm not sure. What are the really high rated players, the highest rated players from different nations? Neuer, I think he's the highest rated German player, so that's another one. So there are a few different ones. I might have to change the name of the stream. Yeah, I might. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do some SBCs to start off. We don't have any icon SBCs, no. They're a bit disappointing, but the thing is, these aren't the only ones. They're going to be releasing a lot of these, so every 48 hours. And the good thing is, it's for the highest rated players from these. So, I mean, even though I won't be completing any of these ones, I think I will complete one for De Gea, for example, or one for Neuer. So I'm going to quickly just check it out. Chrissy, thanks for that. I'm going to quickly see, like, what players do I actually have in my club that would work for different ones. Do I have a lot of players from certain nations? I do have a lot of French players, but a lot of these are high rated cards. I've got a fair few Portuguese cards that are quite high rated, so that's always going to be good for if they release Ronaldo. I've got a fair few Spanish players too. Actually, I've got a lot of Spanish players down here. Loads and loads of French players. I will easily be able to do the French one, but that will be for Griezmann, and I already have him, so I don't really need to. But I've got a fair few of these. Adam GAFC, welcome to the stream. I'm going to do a couple of maybe European upgrade ones. Your name is pronounced Oran. It's in Irish. Okay, it's pronounced Oran. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to tell because it's written Odsran. But yeah, Oran. Okay, or Oran. I'm not sure. But okay, I'm gonna quickly see what just really low rated cards I have. I'm gonna trade in cards that don't have good nations linked to them, for example. So like, obviously people from Portugal and things like that I'm gonna keep because they're gonna be good for SBCs. But a lot of these kind of lower rated cards from bad nations I will just trade straight in. I think these are worth, like, I'd rather do one of these, for example, than like the Mane SBC, because like really who's going to use someone like Mane, because he doesn't really have that good of a card and he's African as well, so he's going to be really hard to link into teams, whereas like if you do someone like Lewandowski, he's really easy to put into a team. Lewandowski and James Rodriguez are probably the only two that are worth it. And I'd say out of them, definitely Lewandowski is the standout option. But we're going to do a couple of these upgrade SBCs, see what we can get. I'm looking for a big centre-back like Boateng or Ramos, and maybe a goalkeeper like De Gea. We get a left-back from Spain. Is that going to be Jordi Alba? No, it's Monreal, who I've actually already got, which is kind of disappointing. I do actually have a lot of duplicates. We get some English players. I'm looking for kind of good players here from... So, they're released from the clubs in each group. Oh, so on Friday, England, Belgium, Panama, Tunisia. Right, I get you. Which means they'll have De Bruyne or Hazard coming out next time. So that's quite cool. De Bruyne or Hazard should be out in 48 hours time. So that's what I see they're doing there. Thank you for the £1.99 donation from Sook. I'm not going to say your full name because I remember you from the last stream. It's a troll name. I'm not going to read the whole one out. I've been trolled by those before, but thanks a lot for the donation. Suki doesn't say anything, but thanks a lot for that. Okay, so I'm going to do another European one. I'll put you into the Hall of Fame for donators as well. What is your real name so I don't have to call you Sook, because that obviously isn't your name. You guys in the chat will be able to see what his name is, but it's a bit of a troll name. I always see, like, whenever I watch, like, Matt HD Gamer and lots of YouTubers like that, they always seem to read out troll donations and don't realise it, but I'm on there, I'm not falling for that. Tom Barnes, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Where are the new SBCs? They're just in the SBC section, if that's what you're meaning. But they're not that good, but it's a good sign because there are going to be lots of good ones coming out soon, but the ones they currently have aren't that good. If that makes sense. Lewandowski is good, James Rodriguez is good, but the other options aren't really too good. So what I'm going to do is trade in any players from bad nations, so like that I'm not going to end up using in an SBC. So there, I don't want to use Belgian cards, for example. How are the exams going? I've only done one so far, and that was pretty good. I've got another one coming up on Friday. I've got human geography, so that's the next one to look forward to. Okay, so I don't want any of these nations here. I know England will be like Harry Kane or someone. I don't need Harry Kane because I've got some good strikers. Yeah, I don't need any players from these nations. I won't use. Yeah, I'll use this random guy instead of Sanchez just because. You never know, Sanchez could, if I decide to do James Rodriguez, but I don't think I will. We're just going to do some of these. Currently, yeah, as I said, I'll show you guys, for those of you just joined the stream, these new nation SBCs. So, as you can see, this is one group, I believe, so it's the highest rated player from each of these teams in the group. And if it goes in order, the next group should be England's group, so we'll have Belgium and England in there, as well as Tunisia, and what's the other team? I've forgotten what the other team in England's group is. Whoever that is. There's going to be, obviously, all of those different nations, and it will be the highest rated player. So we'll have Kane, we'll have either Hazard or De Bruyne. I'm not fully sure who the highest rated player is for Belgium, and then maybe Chikawi or someone from Tunisia. I believe he is their highest rated player. So yeah, I think it is the highest rated player, at least following the trend here. So that means we will have Ronaldo, for example, from Portugal, which should be good because I've got lots of good players from Portugal in my club already. Adam GAFC, shout out to you, dude. Welcome to the stream. Left winger from Spain. Who's that going to be? Pedro Asensio. Isco, even better, 86. These high rated cards are going to be really good. Why clickbait? Why clickbait? The title says new FIFA 18 World Cup SBCs, and there are new FIFA 18 World Cup SBCs. So, right. There are only 4. Yeah, there are only 4, but these aren't the only ones that are coming out. They've got 4 of these coming out, so for each group, every 48 hours, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I think following the logic, it wouldn't be random that they've just given it to the highest rated players from all these nations. So I think that is how it works. So Messi, Neymar, all those big players are going to be released via these SBCs. So thinking of it, we're going to have De Gea from Spain. I believe Neuer. I think Neuer's 91, so Neuer from Germany. England will be Kane. France will be Griezmann, I think. Or Lloris, I'm not sure who's higher rated. I think it's Griezmann. Then we're going to have, what other big nations are there? Obviously Ronaldo from Portugal. Brazil will be Neymar. So yeah, they're like Uruguay will be Suarez. Yeah. So basically all the nations, it's the highest rated player from there that will get into the SBC, which is really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, it's unfortunate that these SBCs aren't that good for people playing the game, and also for content creators as well, like myself. It makes it harder to kind of make. Everyone wants to make cool, creative, new content about the game, and then there just isn't really anything to do that on. Like, these SBCs aren't really that good, in all fairness. But I'm going to keep all these high-rated players, so from all the good nations, I think. And then anyone from bad nations, so Forsberg, he can go, Szczesny can go. Any of these players here, I'll trade into these SBCs. Kante, actually, he's 88. I'm not sure what rating Griezmann is, though. But yeah, I can't do any more of these upgrade SBCs now. So what I'm going to do is play a few games, and there are actually a couple of different pack glitches and no-loss glitches and things. Do you guys want to see some of those? I'm actually going to make a video on them tomorrow. But do you want to see a few pack glitches and things? Because there are some really, really easy ways of making coins on this game. I reckon we can start off by doing a tournament quickly and see what we get from this. So there are a few different options you've got for getting extra coins. This is the current team which we made on the last stream. I am actually going to swap out the defense that I've currently got and change it a little bit because I'm not a fan of it, how it currently is. No, there isn't a new icon. There is going to be a new icon soon because that SBC has been found in the game code. It is going to be coming out again at some point. We just don't really know when, as of right now. So yeah, there are a few different pack glitches, all of which I can maybe try out on the stream, apart from one of them, because you need to be on PlayStation to do that. Okay, so how does this work with chemistry? Yeah, I'll go with it, a European manager. I get worse chemistry overall, but I get everyone on, like, good chemistry, so that'll work. Put a training item on. Okay then, so you've got loads of options. Firstly, if you're on PlayStation, you can go into a game. If you visited a video on this, check it out if you want to see like in detail what to do. But you can change your NAT type in your console settings so that when you go into a game, it kicks you out as soon as you see the squad screen. So you don't have to play the game, but you actually get yourself the pack from playing the game. So in about a minute, you can get a pack, and you can just infinitely do that. Well, not infinitely. I think you can do like up to about 50 in a day, but you can get a load of good packs really, really quickly. So that's quite a cool way of getting packs. But I can't do that as that is a PlayStation exclusive thing for some reason. There is a no-loss glitch which doesn't work in the World Cup, but it works in draft. So that is why I'm playing these like actual World Cup games first, just to get a few extra coins up, because I've spent all my coins on packs there, so I don't have many coins. But then I can actually enter the draft, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do this this no-loss glitch, which I will be doing a video on as well, so stay tuned for that in the near future. I'm just going to save up some packs and see what we can get. There is also another way that you can get free packs, and that involves contacting EA, and that's something else that I can show you guys about if you want to know. There isn't a team of the week. Yeah, there isn't a team of the week at all. I'm not sure. I think it's just because EA are focusing on the World Cup mode, and the actual team of the week wouldn't be that good because so few leagues are actually playing right now. And given the fact that they don't do like, obviously with nations playing, they don't do inform cards, I don't think, for nations from the friendlies, because now they've got the World Cup mode that kind of focuses on that instead. So I think now they're like, they don't have enough leagues to make a full team of the week really, because they'd have to have like multiple players from multiple games and stuff, and there aren't really that many kind of standout games and things, so that's why there isn't a team of the week. What SBCs are there? There are 4 nation SBCs, one for Lewandowski, one for James Rodriguez, one for Kagawa, and one for Mane. You have to trade in a full squad from that specific nation, so it's quite tricky to do, because obviously you need to have 11 players from a certain nation, so you would have had to open a lot of packs, which is why I'm playing games now to get packs, so that I can just stock up on players for the future SBCs, as these are going to come out every 48 hours. We've conceded a goal, which isn't ideal, but I want to stack up on packs so I can in turn stack up on lots of players. Then I'll have loads of them in my club, and I'll just keep them there, wait until... I'll keep ones from big nations, and then any smaller nations that aren't going to have a player that I'd want, I'll just trade them into like a European SBC, for example, to get players in turn from that can then be used in other things. So like, I already have Lewandowski, and he's the only one that I'd really contemplate doing. Maybe James, but I think he's not that high rated. But I'll wait for like Ronaldo or someone high rated. And then when someone comes out like that, then I'll probably trade in players. But at the moment, I'm just playing games to get enough coins and players and stuff for packs, so I can then do those higher rated SBCs. It doesn't actually matter though if you win or lose, because you still get the packs from this. But there is a way of getting, like, I think infinite packs. You can get up to about 50 or so. But if you message EA saying that you've lost content, that you haven't been given a pack from winning a game, for example, which has happened to me, it is like a known glitch. You can then get compensation. They give you like, I think 3 or 4 packs, and they're not just the normal kind of 1-player packs, they're premium ones, so they give you quite a few players. And also they're over a certain rating, I think like 80 plus or something, so they're quite good packs. What's the no loss glitch? You do that in draft, which I will do later on. I'm just getting enough coins to actually play in the draft first, but there is a no loss glitch. It's been around, it's on the regular version of FIFA too. It's been around for ages, but EA haven't done anything about it. That was a good shot, dipping, but good save. I think this guy's got Ter Stegen, who I previously used before I got Courtois, and he was really good. Courtois I think is even better, but Ter Stegen's one of the best keepers I've used. I think I'd probably upgrade to De Gea or Neuer because they're higher rated, but I definitely like, I might move back to someone like Courtois afterwards, unless they're really good, because Courtois is properly good. Like, he makes some crazy saves. We've still got around 100 viewers on the stream, which is pretty cool. So if you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Harry McWeir, welcome to the stream. How's it going, man? Yeah, everyone's going to be saving Portuguese players. Now, I kind of regret doing loads of SBCs and trading. And like, I'll have traded in so many good nations, like so many players. That's why I don't have like many Colombian players, for example, in my club, because the majority are low rated, so I've traded them in. I've traded in anyone really that's below 82, because I was expecting the SBCs that we'd have would require high ratings, and they will when those SBCs come out, which will probably be when the World Cup starts. We're going to have 85 plus, 81 plus, I think 82 to 85 or something. There's a load of different rating SBCs and some more icon SBCs coming soon. They've all been found in the game code, so they are coming. It's just a matter of time, really. I really want to get like another icon SBC though, because there's so many icons that I want to pack. Like, obviously someone like Ronaldo or Ronaldinho would be great, or Henry, but like I'd also take Deco or Costa. They'd be perfect because I'm probably going to be getting Ronaldo soon when they bring out the SBC for him. As soon as they do, I'll unlock him. I don't really want to use the Portuguese centre mid, so the best way of linking him in, I could link my team together perfectly. I actually made a team on Foothead earlier that would work with Ronaldo, Messi and Neymar, and I've already got Neymar and Messi. But it needs either Deco or Costa for that Portuguese icon link, and it would be perfect with that. Off the bar. Oh my god, how did I not score that? How did I not score that? But I would need one of those icons. So there's so many icons I'd take. Like, I'd obviously take any of the good ones, and then Costa and Deco aren't really two of the best ones, but I'd still take both of them. I've already got Puyol, so I wouldn't need him. Obviously wouldn't want him, but wow. I've gone 2-0 down after somehow Suarez missed an open goal after I hit the bar. Yeah, trading. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trade in all of the bad players. So any nations that I wouldn't want to complete. So even like England, I don't want Harry Kane because I've already got lots of good strikers, for example. Or like, I'm not sure, maybe Mexico. Whoever their highest rated player is, Carlos Vela. Maybe I don't want Carlos Vela. So any of those types of players, I'll trade in from those nations into SBCs to get maybe like the European SBC where I'm gonna get Portuguese players or Spanish players that will be useful. Do I think they'll constantly put it on Wednesday? It's every 48 hours. They've already confirmed that. Wow, I'm 3-0 down. I didn't say anything, but when I got through on goal earlier with Paulinho, I pressed shoot and nothing happened. And if you guys saw my stream yesterday, that was so infuriating. The amount of times I get through on goal and then press shoot and nothing happens. It's really weird. But I don't know what's happened, if it's me or the game or something, but I was so good on the 2 streams I did before, not my last stream, on the 2 streams I did before that. I think I lost 1 game and won maybe like 10 or so. And then yesterday's stream and this stream, I just keep losing all the games. Yeah, I think the highest rated ones like Lozano or Vela or Chicharito from Mexico. So I wouldn't trade in a whole Mexican squad to get a card like that because it would be a card I wouldn't use anyway. So if that happened, I'd just trade in like all my Mexican players. I wouldn't bother keeping them for an SBC. I'd just trade them all into a different one. Ibrahim Hafiz, welcome to the stream. Adam GFC, thanks for subbing as well, dude. Yeah, imagine if it turned out to be Patricio. That would be annoying. I'm tempted to swap my team up because what's coincided with me going on a big not being good streak is me swapping up formations and swapping up my team, and also using Puyol, who's incidentally made a great challenge there, and then giving it straight away whilst doing a Cruyff turn. Wow. Puyol isn't very good. I've got Kimpembe and Koscielny, who I was originally using over him, and they are just better than him. Like, he's 90 rated, he's awful. He's 5'10", and he's got like 70 pace and really low sprint speed, I think. And he just isn't very good on the ball. Tyneside, thanks a lot for that, man. Thanks a lot for that. I'm trying to make kind of like yesterday's stream, for example. I'm trying to do a little bit of different stuff. So that was a giveaway if I won the World Cup, which I didn't end up doing. But I'm going to carry that on into this stream. As I said on the last one, I did say I'd do 5 attempts. And I think I only ended up doing 3 last time. So if I win the World Cup in 2 attempts, any of the 2 attempts I have today, I'll do a giveaway of some FIFA points to someone. Mbappe does seem really good. He's like, what is he, 86 rated or something? 85? He's really high rated on here. But yeah, I've just been awful recently. I don't know if it's my style of play, maybe mixing the team up, maybe the game's been patched or something, but I've been so much worse in the past couple of days. Who's the highest rated player who plays for Belgium? I think it's Hazard or De Bruyne. I'm not sure if they're both 90 or if Hazard's 91. And I'm not sure how it would work. It will be one of them at random, probably, if they're both 90. I'd rather it were... I'd say, even though I really like De Bruyne, I'd rather it was Hazard, just because I've already got Pogba and Eriksen, and like Kroos and Iniesta, and so many midfielders, especially attacking midfielders, that I think a striker would be good, because from Europe I've got Lewandowski, and he's good, but that's Puyol again. Puyol's trash. I'm taking Puyol out of my team after this. Puyol's actually awful. He's possibly, I think Bobby Moore and him are the worst icons you can get. They're both just awful. Bobby Moore's a bit slower, but at least he's like good on the ball and not really small. These SBCs aren't that good, I agree, but it's a good concept. Like, I think it will be cool in the future to see for like Portugal and stuff, all the good nations having really cool SBCs for them. But yeah, like this game mode's good. People seem to be complaining too much about it because like it's free, which I think is the best thing about it. It's free, and it's more than we had for the FIFA 14 one, and everyone loved that one. It's more than we had for that. So I think the main thing is just the fact that we've got like SBCs and things, but then EA aren't actually doing any new SBCs up until now. It took them a week to add in new SBCs. So I think that's like the annoying kind of thing. What rating do I think it will be for the Ronaldo Messi ones? Probably like the highest, or one of the highest rated teams you can make for that nation without that specific player. So maybe for someone like Messi, you'll have to trade in someone like Aguero or Higuain or Dybala or someone. But luckily for me, I've already got Messi, so I won't have to do that. Although I do have like a duplicate Aguero and Dybala, so I could go ahead and trade them in, but I wouldn't because I've already got Messi. But for how's that gone in? But if I wanted to do Ronaldo, it's probably going to be lower rated just because there are less high rated players, but there'll be like Pepe and all those kind of highest rated ones. It's not free. You spend money on FIFA points. EA suck you in. Well, you don't have to. I haven't spent money on FIFA points. A lot of people haven't. It's a free game mode, that's the good thing about it. So, like, if you want to spend FIFA points on it, you can, but a lot of people have a lot of coins from trading, so don't need to. Have I won the World Cup yet? No, I haven't. Haven't played it too much. I've got to the semis a couple of times. I don't know what's happened to me, though. I was really good at first. Well, at first when I first started playing this, I was really bad. My record was like 6 losses and 2 wins at one point, but then I got it up to like, I don't know, I think it was nearly 20 wins and 8 losses, so I lost 2 games in the space of time I won nearly 20, and now it's been really bad recently. But I'm not sure, maybe the game, I don't know if the gameplay itself has changed, or if I've just been completely off form, or maybe I was really on form and now I'm like playing normally or something, I'm not sure. Yeah, Blanc would be really good. I want a better centre-back. My strike force in midfield is amazing, but my defence is awful. Like, Felipe Luis isn't very good. Felipe Luis is really slow for a full-back. Puyol's awful. Like, Koscielny's better than Puyol, and Koscielny isn't very good. He's okay. Kimpembe is good. Walker's good. But yeah, I'm thinking of swapping the formation up because I don't particularly like this one. It does allow me to fit in loads of really good players, but the downside to it is it's very weak defensively because you have that one defensive midfielder and they're really isolated. And it's Paulinho as well, who isn't like an out-and-out defensive midfielder. I didn't press shoot there. I didn't press shoot. The one time I actually don't press shoot, it shoots for me, but all the times I press shoot, it doesn't. Typical. Nice bit of skill from Suarez, although somehow the ball bounces away from him. The Price HD, welcome to the stream, and John Brook as well, how's it going? They should do a league SBC, but for continents. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. If you got like the highest rated player from a continent for trading, and it would have to be quite a high rated squad, or else it would be super easy. But yeah, if you got, or maybe if you got a pack that gave you like an 86 rated or higher player from a certain continent, like a European one, you get an 86 rated or higher European player in return for trading in like maybe an 82, 83 rated European squad. That would be kind of cool. Just new things like that. If they added that kind of SBC in, that would be really popular, and a lot of people would want to do that. Yeah, I think like I've seen a lot of SBCs in the game code. They just need to add them in, really. How did my exams go? I've only done one of them so far. It's just the one that I mentioned in my video I did on like Sunday. and that went fine. But I've got another one on Friday, and then the other ones are spread out there. I have 2 a week for a bit. Will the team of the week be back? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I expect it will, as they've done the Path to Glory selected thing. So I imagine that's kind of for like team of the week players. But again, I'm not 100% sure. I'm basically just looking here for any high-rated players, or not even high-rated, any players from good nations that I want to use in an SBC, really. Okay, so I'm going to actually swap up my team back to the formation it used to be in. I will lose loads of chemistry. I'll have to swap everyone back round again. But, yes, for some reason people go down loads in chemistry if, like, they're one position out. But if I do this, then I need like maybe Fernandinho or someone. I'm going to go with Pogba because Pogba's really good. I like Pogba. He's down on the bench, I think. Bring Pogba in. That gets me to 94. See, Messi's on 2 chemistry as a right mid, but if I put him as a right winger, he'll instantly be on like much better chemistry, I think. Wait, how's he still on 2? I guess if I bring Aguero in, yeah. Aguero then gets him up to 6. So I'm going to try that out for the moment. We've still got a 190 rated team, which is quite cool. I could use Griezmann in here, potentially. That could be a thing. I'd have to swap Paulinho back. If I could do that. It depends. Griezmann or Dybala. Dybala's okay, but I think Griezmann, I'm going to try Griezmann out instead. And then I'll put Paulinho as a centre mid. What SBCs? There are nation SBCs for Poland, Japan, Senegal, and Colombia, but none of them are really that good, so I haven't done them. They're not really worth it, but they are going to be worth it in the future because they're going to do better nations. I'm going to try Marquinhos here because Marquinhos is just so much better than Puyol. I look at the stats for them. Let's quickly compare. Puyol's got better defending and physical, which defending is quite irrelevant. Like, you don't see much difference between 94 and 86. He's a lot quicker, he's better on the ball, he's taller. Like, yeah, Marquinhos just looks better than him. So we've got that whole kind of Brazilian side going in the team there. Do I have a keeper that would get a better link? I don't think so. I'll stick with Courtois. He gets 9 chemistry, so that's fine. But yeah, I could also use Koscielny. I've got David Luiz, but Marquinhos beats him in the main areas you'd want for a centre-back. He's got better work rates, I think, as well. He's a lot quicker. I've got Fernandinho, but Paulinho beats him in every area, so I don't need him. Otamendi, but he's just worse than Marquinhos. So I think that's quite solid, like what we've got so far. I'll bring in any high-rated players here. What year am I in? Year 13. Last year of upper 6th. Okay, so if I bring... How do I get this back up? I swear I was at a 190 earlier. Dropped down in rating. Okay, so I think I'll go with this for the team right now. I still have the option to bring in Dybala. I have that option there, which I could potentially do, but I'm going to try Griezmann, see what works with that. Not ideal not having like Sidibe or someone there, but we'll roll with it, see how it works. I mean, I could alternatively actually swap it round like this, and then I could use a left back like Mendy. That would get all of them on good chemistry. But then I would need a Brazilian striker, which I don't have, and I'd also need a better fullback. So yeah, Sidibe would be good, like a French fullback, just to get some extra chemistry there. But I prefer the team a lot more like this just because it's got more defensive solidity, having those 2 centre mids who can both drop back with Pogba and Paulinho. So I definitely prefer it like that. So I'm going to use those options for the moment. Let's do that quickly. And there we go. That is going to be the team. I'll quickly swap Neymar into a left winger. What am I studying? Spanish, French and Geography. Spanish, French and Geography. And I've already done speaking exams for Spanish and French. And I've done the physical geography exam, and then I've got the human one on Friday. So I'm quickly going to put some camera styles on here. Connor Davis, welcome to the stream, dude. How's it going? the top donator of all time on the streams as well. If you guys see down in the Hall of Fame for donators in the description. What chemistry is the team at? I believe it's at 99 right now. What team of the season player did I get in the Ultimate Team of the Season SBC? I haven't done it because I don't have the coins and I don't play the regular version of Ultimate Team. I'd rather spend coins on this version instead. But there we go. That is the team. I'm quickly going to put a chemistry style on Messi because I actually forgot to when we packed him yesterday. A. Hernandez, welcome to the stream, man. We'll go with Hawk there because for, like, Messi's stats, they're not as good as Messi is in real life. Like, he's got 87 passing. He should have like 93, 94 easily because he's the best passer in the world and possibly of all time. He's got 90 shooting despite, like, he scored the most goals ever in a calendar year. Like, he should have, like, he's broken so many scoring records. He should have like 95, 94 shooting. Did I revise much for GCSEs? Yeah, a fair amount. Less so than I did for A levels, which I regretted the amount of work I did for my GCSEs. I should have done more, but they weren't that bad. I got like, I think two A stars, 2 A's, and then the rest were B's, apart from a D in art. Art's the only one I didn't pass, but that's because I didn't really do any work in art. But I still passed all the same, like, I did 11 A levels rather than 10, or like however many the normal amount are. I did one more than that because I did French. I did my French GCSE in year 9 because I spoke French because I used to live there. So yeah, I've passed, even though I failed one, which was art. I did like, I've got the same amount as anyone who's done like the normal amount of GCSEs, if that makes sense. You've got Neuer and De Gea. Who should you have as your starting keeper? Probably De Gea, although I don't know. I've not got either of them. I try them out and see which one works the best for you. Any tips for GCSEs? Just find the way that works for revising for you. Like if you're a visual learner or an auditive learner, or like find which way you learn best from. So for me, it's doing mind maps and kind of summarizing like a whole textbook or like my whole notes and everything into a small bit of text, into a mind map or something. So it's a lot more concise and easy to learn. But that's because I'm more like a visual learner. Some people kind of like I know people who record like them saying notes and then they listen to it back, and that's how they learn, or they watch videos and things. There's lots of different ways. If they gave him 95 shooting, yeah, I guess so. But it's just like, I think Lewandowski or like Ronaldo and people have better finishing than Messi, even though Messi's like better at finishing than them in real life. Like I don't think he's the best passer in Ultimate Team. I think De Bruyne has like much better passing than Messi, and as a Man City fan, like Messi's passing is a lot better than De Bruyne's. De Bruyne's one of the best passers in world football, by far, but Messi's the best passer of all time, and like his dribbling is justified, like 96, but it could even be higher because he's the best dribbler of all time as well as the best passer and player. But yeah, like his stats aren't as good as they are in real life. It's because of him being the PES cover star and then Ronaldo being the FIFA cover star, so he has to have the higher rating and the higher rated stats and everything. How long would I give myself to revise? Depends what it's for. If it's for GCSEs, you have a lot more topics to cover, so maybe like 2 months or so. For A levels, you have less subjects. You only have 3, but there's a lot more depth that goes into. So I'd probably say like give like 2 weeks per exam, like 2 weeks per subject, really, or a week per subject. It depends. Like. Depends what subject you're doing. So for me, like Spanish and French, I don't do much work for. I haven't done any revision for those yet, and I have an exam next week, but I don't need to do that much work for them because like it's a skill that you pick up over time, a language, rather than like history, for example, where you need to learn a lot of facts and dates and figures. But like with geography, I probably spent a month revising geography, or I started revising about a month or so before my geography exams. But then like in class, we finished the spec quite a while before the end of the year, so we just revised in class as well. So I probably did like 5 or 6 weeks of geography revision before the actual exams. But then for French, I haven't done any revision yet. For Spanish, I haven't either. I'm going to revise Spanish over the weekend, and then I have a Spanish exam on Monday, but it's a listening and reading one, so it doesn't really need much revision. I have a variety of essays as well, one on a book, one on a film I've studied, so I will kind of go over those a little bit more. But there we go, we get a goal, and it's from crossing as well. And if you guys saw a couple of streams ago when I was actually good at this game and winning games, it was crossing. Crossing was really effective, and it was because of the formation I'm using, and I've got back to that formation, and it's working well. So I think the reason I wasn't playing as well is because I was using that different formation. I just like I've not liked the 4-1-2-1-2 since FIFA 14. I think it's just because the wingers don't get involved much. Like, they get really kind of far back, and I want my wingers to be making runs out wide in really good positions, which doesn't really happen with that formation. They kind of get, like, when you've got Messi and Neymar, the 2 best players on the pitch, you want them to be really involved, and that doesn't happen as much with a formation like that. Whereas with this one, they're right forwards where you want them, which is perfect. Any tips on how to get better at the game mode? Just keep kind of mixing and matching formations and squads until you find one that works really well for me. Because like, I'm enjoying using this team a lot better now than I was previously, and it's just because of a little bit of a formation change. And also because I've swapped up the players slightly, so now I'm using, instead of Puyol, who I didn't like, I'm now using Marquinhos instead of him. But yeah, Cam West says possession. Yeah, possession works quite well. Passing is quite easy on this, like... Right, this guy's quit. I'm not sure why, but passing works really well on here. You can keep hold of the ball very easily. What do I want to do at uni? Journalism, I've already applied and all that. I got an offer from, well, my first choice was Leeds, so I got an offer from there for journalism, and then I got an offer from Sheffield as well, and Cardiff, and Bournemouth and Brighton. So I had Brighton as my insurance and Leeds as my first choice. But I'm taking a gap year next year anyway, so I'm not going straight there. But yeah, I need to get AAB to get to Leeds. But like, I have to get AAB. With a lot of universities, you can get kind of 1 or 2 grades under, and they'll still let you in. But with Leeds and journalism, it's one of the few like high-level Russell Group universities that do journalism, so there's a lot of kind of competition. It's quite competitive, so I have to get those grades, which I'm on for for Spanish and French. That's fine, but for geography, it's worrying because in my mocks I got AA in Spanish and French, and then a D in geography, and literally like both sets. For geography, everyone, I think 1 person got an A, 2 people got Bs, and everyone else got like Ds and Es, because we weren't that well prepared for it. But we've had loads of, because it's the first time we're actually doing a new kind of a new A level, because it's a whole new type of A level, I think. But like, I've been doing loads of work towards that, so yeah, I need to get a B in geography, and then the other 2 should take care of themselves. Your brother went to Leeds, said it was a tough environment. In what way? As in the Leeds itself, the place, or the university? I've been through Leeds a few times. I've seen like the student accommodation. It looks nice. I know a couple of people who've been to Leeds who quite like it. I've got some family that live near there as well. There's got to be a foul there. You went to Northumbria and Newcastle. Nightlife was good. Yeah, the nightlife in all the like northern universities seems so much better than like all the southern ones, apart from Bristol. I wanted to go to Bristol, but they don't do journalism. Who's my favourite player apart from Messi and Ronaldo in real life or on this game? In real life, Messi's my favourite player. And then it would be, as a Man City fan, a Man City player. I'm not really too sure. Wouldn't say I've got a favourite. Maybe David Silva. Maybe David Silva. On this game, it would be Neymar, above both Messi and Ronaldo. Neymar's my favourite player on this game. This version of Ultimate Team anyway, on the World Cup one. On the main version, my favourite player is probably Van Basten. His prime version, he's the best striker I've ever used, and like I said that on Twitter, and loads of people were like, well, I probably haven't used many people, but I've literally used like every striker. He's the best striker I've used on any FIFA, and like I used Team of the Year Suarez and stuff last year, and I thought there wouldn't be a better striker than him, but like he was even better. He's just so clinical. Like he finishes everything, like literally everything. No matter where it is, he's gonna test the keeper and most likely score. How did he save that? Are there SBCs out? Yeah, there are, Lewis. There are. Bicycle kick. I nearly scored such a good goal. Score. Oh, there we go. Is that Griezmann again? No, is that Paulinho? No, Aguero. I nearly scored such a good goal earlier. It was a like flying back heel kind of thing. It wasn't a scorpion kick. It was it's a really rare animation. I've never even had a player like go into that animation before, because the cross has to be perfect and everything. And the ball was going to the back post, and it was kind of, I think it was Pogba who went for it, and it was behind him, and he just like kind of like jumped up and span round. It was like an Ibrahimovic kind of goal. He did it was like a karate kick, but with a back heel, in the air, mid-air. It was like, it looked amazing, but ended up getting easily saved because it was right at the keeper. But it was one of those like really, really rare animations. Like scorpion kicks are super rare. I've only scored 2 or 3 scorpion kicks this year, I think, and I've maybe scored like 6 or 7 on all the FIFAs I've ever played combined. They're really rare. A lot of people don't even like. I don't think anyone's ever scored a scorpion kick against me. I've never seen like a scorpion kick animation even happen against me, because even to get the animation for a scorpion kick is really rare. Let me know in the chat, have you guys ever scored a scorpion kick on FIFA? Because it is so rare. Like, you have to, the best way to do it is to do an LB cross, where you kind of, which plays it behind the person you're crossing it to, and that way it sometimes works, but even then it's so rare. It's like 1 in 1,000 crosses, maybe not that, maybe 1 in 500 crosses actually. That's if you're doing one of those types, an LB cross. Like a normal cross, probably 1 in 1,000 will actually even start the scorpion kick animation. It's so rare. And then like maybe 1 in 10 will actually go in. It depends kind of where it is, but I've scored a few this year. I think they're easier to score this year than they've been on previous FIFAs. But then there's loads of other really rare animations. There's like a flying back heel. You can score with your, I think you can score with your chest or something. Oh no, with your shoulder. That's another really rare finishing kind of animation. There are loads of ones that are super random and rare. Locolani, who's a skiller, does loads of goal compilations. He's scored a lot of different cool goals like that. But there's a lot of really cool, like, they're all on crosses really. You've got flying back heels where you like jump up and flick it between your legs. You've got a back heel when the ball's actually on the ground and your back's to goal, and you can volley it almost, not volley it, but you can get a lot of height on the ball with a back heel. There's like the Henry kind of fake pass thing where you dummy to shoot to one way and shoot the other way. Like you make it look as if you're hitting it with your strong foot and then you hit it with your weak foot. There's loads and loads of really cool random animations. But you have to be really lucky to get them, and you have to have like the perfect ball in the perfect place to actually trigger the animation to happen. You scored one with Henry from a corner. What was that, like top of the box corner? Because those ones are crazy. I've never scored one, but I've had like maybe like 10 attempts that have actually gone into the scorpion kick animation, where you play the ball to the top of the box on a corner and they go into a scorpion kick like full volley from about 20 yards out. It looks so cool, but I've never scored one. I've tested the keeper a few times. Normally it just goes over, but those look so cool. Although they're so rare. Like I think Chris MD scored one on like FIFA 12 or something, but they're that rare. Like you never see them. So it's not the type of thing you see every day. But I don't think someone's ever scored a scorpion kick against me. Like, you've got bicycle kicks and all that, and then scorpion kicks and flying back heels and everything. They're like so much rarer than that. Like that cross there, which you scored from, that's in the type of position where sometimes they'll do a scorpion kick because it's slightly behind them. It has to be just behind the player, but it's really hard. Like, I've scored, I think the majority of the ones I've scored have been like just ones where I've had a 2-on-1 and I've crossed it like to an open goal because the keeper's dived and then they've just tapped it in with a scorpion kick. But I've scored a few nice ones. I scored 2, I think. One this FIFA where I've done a lobbed through ball and then they've kind of connected with it as it's come over their shoulder, and that looks really cool. But we could have an opportunity to try one out now. I want to score like a really nice scorpion kick or something. So you do this, you do that kind of cross there, which isn't a very effective cross, but it's the best cross to get a scorpion kick. You kind of loft it up and it goes straight where the keeper is normally. So you have to do it quite far out. And yeah, you need good players too, and I think it works better if they have the flair trait too, which is quite hard. Make a video on the secret animations. Yeah, I could do that. It's quite late in FIFA to do one of those videos. I definitely do one at the beginning of FIFA 19, but I might do one. Do I speak French? Yeah, I do. Melka MS, welcome to the stream, dude. How's it going? Do I speak French? Yeah, I used to live in France for like 4 or 5 years, so I do. Is Lewandowski worth it? You've currently got Ronaldo. If you've got Ronaldo, you don't really need Lewandowski. I've got Lewandowski and he isn't that good. Like, he's got good finishing, but he's quite slow, and his dribbling, like, he doesn't have 4-star skills or anything, which is always a bit of a downside. So like, if you have Ronaldo, I wouldn't bother getting Lewandowski. Like, I've got Lewandowski and he's probably like 4th choice in my pecking order of strikers, and I don't have Ronaldo. I don't have either Ronaldo, like the original Ronaldo, or CR7, I mean. So yeah, I personally wouldn't get it. I personally wouldn't get him. Although if you've got a lot of Polish players, like, you might as well. If you've got the players, maybe do it. But I wouldn't do, like, I definitely wouldn't do Mane or what's his name. Oh, we've nutmegged the keeper. There we go. That's a nice like. It didn't do the skill animation I wanted. I wanted him to do a roulette shot, but that was still a nice finish. Mugged off the keeper. I think I actually nutmegged the keeper there. And then little skill finish. Watch that. The keeper rushes out way too late. Yeah, I slid it under the keeper. That was Joe Hart. I mean, you probably would expect that from Joe Hart, given how good he's been recently. Grossy, welcome to the stream, dude. How's it going? Is there a new SBC? There are actually 4 new SBCs. Yeah, if you check them out, they're all nation SBCs. But that was a nice goal. I might. I don't know. I think I can save those goals. Yeah, I can save those after the game. I'll like use the flashback recording thing. But that was a nice goal. Yeah, like a target man and someone next to them works well. I got destroyed by someone who used Lewandowski as a target man. Not Lewandowski, Lukaku as a target man. He works so well in that role. And then I think he had Hazard. He had the 2 Belgians. I've got another chance now to do a scorpion kick. Those crosses are awful, the ones to do a scorpion kick. But it's the best way of actually doing one. So that's why I keep doing like really pointless bad crosses. It's because I'm trying to score a scorpion kick. Because this game's over now. I'm trying to just like mess about, score some nice goals. That's got to be a foul there. Apparently not. We did score a nice goal taking on the keeper. Yeah, I'm good, Gracie. Thanks for asking, man. Let's go, Pogba. That would have been so much nicer if he just hit that full volley, which is what I wanted. I did a sombrero flick to do that. Adam GFC Challenger. I've given you a few shout outs, but shout out again. Shout out again to you for being in the stream. Do I want to play with your cheese grater? I'm good, thanks, surprisingly. This guy's had Ramos sent off, so he has so many just open gaps in his defence. And look at that, he keeps overcommitting. So this guy's quite easy to get through on goal against. But I'm trying to score like some nice goals, so I'm taking my time and then trying to pick out. That's not a one. I don't want to do a header. I want to do like a scorpion kick or something cool. Giroud, yeah, I imagine Giroud's probably Giroud. Like he's a good type of player for scorpion kicks because he's quite tall, so he's going to be able to hold people off. He's quite a strong physical player, and I think he has the flair trait. You don't. I think on previous FIFAs you needed the flair trait to do it. Now you don't need it, but I think it makes you more likely to actually go into the animation to do it. Here we go. There's so many people in the box. Someone's got to connect to it for a scorpion kick. No, if there are defenders around you, it makes it pretty much impossible. You ideally need to be straight through on goal with no one really around you. It's a very, very rare and hard thing to pull off. Come on, that could be it. No, he just hits it on the volley. You then have to hold LB and just kind of tap not LB, LT, and just tap the shoot button as well. It's very hard to do. I could be like 8-0 up in this game, but I'm still trying to do that cool scorpion kick. But I think it's the formation. I've been so much better with this formation here. Like I've gone from losing lots of games like I was previously playing with a 4-1-2-1-2. Straight back to this formation, and I'm winning games comfortably like I was doing a few streams ago when I was using this formation again. And yes, it doesn't allow me to use my best players. I can't, well, not all of them. I can't use Suarez and Dybala in this formation. But I mean, now I can get Griezmann in there and Pogba, who I prefer to what I previously had, and then my defense is better now. It's so much better, I think, having Marquinhos in there. I think Puyol is not good. I would genuinely rather use like Smalling or someone compared to Puyol. He just isn't very good. If you guys have Puyol, I feel for you. I'd say Puyol and Moore are the two worst icons you can get by quite some way, because I think anyone else really, they're good, like they're usable players and you'd want to use them, whereas both of those centre backs, like I'd rather use someone like Kimpembe. There's so many just average players who are better than them because they're both really slow. They're both really, really slow and just not very good, really. 4-2, this guy's back in it. Can I do a draft? I will do a draft when I have the coins to do a draft, because I want to show you guys the no-loss glitch that you can use in draft, which I will do a video on at some point as well. I don't want to like draw or lose this game, so I'm going to play it relatively safe now, and I'm not going to try and score any more scorpion kicks so I get thrown goal. That isn't where I'm meant to pass it. Yeah, imagine if I actually end up going on to like lose this game after being 4-0 up with 10 minutes to go. Don't jinx it. This guy's probably gone like ultra attacking though now, so it's going to have no one defensively. Yeah, actually closer. I forgot about him. I think any of the strikers like closer are bad. Lineker's good. The midfielders are good because you can use them to link people together really easily, and they're good kind of creative midfielders. All of the icons I think you can get, and then Mateus and people like that are good kind of defensive ones. But like all the defenders, Blanc's good. Like you've got good players like that, but you don't see much with a defender. Like an icon defender and someone like Marquinhos, you don't see much difference. Whereas you see a massive difference between like Ronaldinho and I don't know, maybe like David Silva or someone. But with defenders, you don't see that much difference. If that makes sense. Just because like to be a good defender, you just need to have good pace and like be quite tall and strong. Defending isn't too important, for example. Yeah, Nakata is quite bad, but he's not that bad. Like, he's bad, but he's not as bad, I don't think, as these two centre-backs. We've got an AML raid. Thanks a lot for the raid, AML. This guy's... Oh, my God, I didn't see. This guy's keeper was off his line. I could have gone for a shot where you cross it from in your own half, and you can score from in your own half, which is really cool. But AML, thanks a lot for the raid, dude. Thanks a lot for the raid. These are every 2 days, apparently, these SBCs. Yeah, they are, every 48 hours. Quickly check. Oh, AML, thanks a lot for that. I will mod you right now. Thanks a lot for that, dude. Homeless Penguin got so salty in the stream yesterday because everyone did the DC glitch against him. Yeah, it is really common. I've never done it before. Oh my god, I might actually lose this. Not lose this. Might actually concede a goal there. Imagine like 4-0 to imagine if I'd ended up drawing this game. But look at the extra time, by the way. Look at that. We've got 5 minutes, nearly 6 minutes, and it says 2 minutes extra time. What's that about? Yeah, Nakata's well-rounded, but he doesn't really have many good stats. Thanks a lot for the raid, though, from AML. The True Mancunian as well. Welcome to the stream, dude. How's it going? Aguero picks up the man of the match with 2 goals. Messi, Neymar, Pogba with assists. I don't know what round this is in. And also, I don't know how that game lasted so long. Like, the referee didn't blow the whistle. Okay, so that's just the group stages. I think that's the end of the group stages, I think, anyway. Unless I have one more game. In which case, I'll have to win this, I think, to be able to qualify for the next round. But I think now we've swapped back to this formation, it should be good. I should be able to do quite well. Lloris would actually be a good option. Although I think he's lower rated than Courtois, he'd be good for chemistry. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. True Mancunian, I'm good. And also, AML, no worries. Thanks for the raid. How long have I been playing? I've been streaming today for an hour, if that's what you mean. What SBCs are there? There are 4 different nation SBCs. So I think we've got Lewandowski for Poland, James Rodriguez for Colombia, Kagawa for Japan, and then we've got Mane for Senegal. These one-player packs haven't been kind to me at all. Get Korluka right there, which could be good because I believe Modric will be the player we get from Croatia, so I might do that. Do I do PS4 videos? No, I don't, because I don't have a PS4. There is a PS4 free pack glitch, though. If you watch Viz's video on that, you can find out how to do that. It's really cool, because it doesn't like affect your opponent. It doesn't like give them a loss, but it gives you loads of free packs. If I was on PS4, I would 100% do that because I would get loads of packs done and then do videos from that. You could do like 100 free packs in one video or something really cool like that. So this guy's actually got 2 icons. He's got Deco, yeah, that's Deco, I think, and Blanc. But then apart from that, his team is a bit meh. Like, he's got Wilshere, Dyer and Lingard in a midfield, which is quite poor. He doesn't have a proper left back, and they're up against Messi. So we've got a few things like that we can maybe target. Although he does have the 2 icons, which is always going to be tough to play against. But anyway, let's see. If this guy could skip forwards, that would be cool. Can I please tell the guy who did the video on the glitch? His name is Vizeh, V-I-Z-E-H. He did a video on a couple of different glitches. I'm going to do a video tomorrow on some more glitches, because he didn't mention all of them, and there's like a few different ones that have been floating around recently on how to get free packs. I know a lot of people have been doing videos on those, but I want to do one kind of compiling all of the ways of making coins. Whoever that guy is there with the afro, he just got properly mugged off by Neymar. And again. Neymar's so fun to use. El Tornado on the volley as well. That would have been a nice goal. I'm just trying to score like flair goals because I've got loads of skillers in the team. We've got Neymar, we've got Pogba, and then I've got loads of 4-star skillers too. So I can do lots of skills easily, and it's just fun. Neymar's just too good. Look at that. No one can stop him. I want to do a sombrero flick there and then volley it. Yeah, you change it. It's in the like controller set, not the controller settings, the console settings. Yeah, that's it, Rufus. That's it. You change your MBU settings apparently in Wi-Fi, and then it basically means that as soon as you get into the game, like, you don't play the game, you just see your opponent's squad, and then after that it disconnects you. Your opponent doesn't get the loss, it's as if nothing happened, but you get the free pack. You also don't get a loss or anything, you just get the pack that you'd get for playing the game. So in about a minute or two you can get a free pack, so you can just do it and get loads and loads of good stuff from that. So definitely something that I would recommend. Like, it's not really impacting anyone, it's not impacting the market because there isn't a market for this, it's just making your team better really. And EA haven't patched it and it's been in the game for ages. There is also another glitch in FUT Draft that you can do on both consoles, and that means you have to be in the lead to use it, but once you get into the lead, you can just quit out the game and automatically get the win, so that's quite cool. I nearly nutmegged that guy with that skill. That would have looked so nice. Ref. I have a feeling this guy isn't too good. Am I going to do the ultimate SBC? No, I'm just saving my coins for the World Cup game mode. This was clickbait? No, it wasn't, because as you can tell by the title, it says FIFA 18 World Cup SBCs, or new FIFA 18 World Cup SBCs rather, and that's like what there is. There are new FIFA 18 World Cup SBCs. Oh yeah, you mean that? Why do I have the 85 plus? That's because I just used the thumbnail. I said this guy's bad. He's gone in the lead against me. It's because I used the thumbnail from one of my previous SBC videos. I did a video like 3 days ago, I think, on the new SBCs coming to this game mode, which I found in the game code, and that's the thumbnail I used for it because one of them is an 85 plus. So then when I was about to start the live stream, I just realised the SBCs were going to be coming out because I saw EA's tweet. So I came upstairs, quickly put the live stream on, didn't have the time to make a thumbnail before they come out, so I just quickly got one of the thumbnails I already had and used that, so that's why. So I guess in some ways that's a little bit kind of clickbait, but it's not like, it's not intentional. I'm not meaning to like make everyone think there's an 85 plus SBC. It's just an SBC thumbnail. I don't think that when you see it first, you can't tell that it says 85 SBCs. I don't think. It's really small anyway. It's not meant to like be like trying to make people think there's an 85 plus SBC. It's just meant to show an SBC, like completed SBC kind of screen, if that makes sense. How long do I play FIFA? I only really play for like streams and videos really, so what you see is how much I play really. So this stream, like, I haven't played any more FIFA than this today, although I did play some Fortnite earlier. Got a few wins. I've got so much better at Fortnite recently. Like, I used to get wins like maybe every other day or so, but I'd get maybe like 1 or 2 kills in them, and I wasn't really that aggressive, and I wouldn't get that many kills because when I got into firefights I'd die. So to be able to win, I just kind of played really passively. But nowadays I'm getting like double kill games with that I'm winning and stuff. So I've actually got some gameplay from those. If you guys do want to see Fortnite based videos in conjunction with my FIFA videos as well, that's definitely something I can do. I'm just saving all of the wins, keeping the gameplay, so I can use that if need be for some sort of videos. That could be quite cool. I did do a Fortnite video I think a couple of weeks ago now, and people seem to enjoy that. It did get quite good kind of feedback on that one. Neymar just tore past this entire guy's team. Neymar is so good. Neymar's the best player, I think, on this World Cup game. And he's probably going to get upgrades as well, because for those of you who don't know, the cards you've got, they get upgraded in your club. So I've got Messi and Neymar, and they're probably the 2 players who I'd say are most likely to get the golden boot, so they're probably going to be scoring a fair amount throughout. Maybe a compilation? Yeah, I guess so. That could be quite cool. I haven't hit like any crazy kind of trick shots or anything, but got some nice kills, some nice building and stuff. That's a pen. Ref! How is that not a penalty, or at least a free kick? I don't know if that was in or out of the box, but how? He just pulled him straight down. Oh, that was nearly a nutmeg. Best way to get coins for packs? I do a bit of trading, maybe on the regular version of Ultimate Team, sniping or something. Normal trading doesn't really work that well because the market's really dead, but sniping still works quite well. Or maybe just try and grind games. You could do offline FUT drafts, a really good way of getting coins and packs. I think you get 5k for winning the offline draft on here. So like, instead of spending your coins on packs, spend it on the offline draft, because you get 5k, I believe, for winning it. So that means the 15k entry fee, that's already 10k you're spending. You get coins for each game, it's like 500-600, so that take those away. Then you're spending about 8k to get into it. And then you get 3 or 4 packs in return, and they're better than the 7.5k packs that you get anyway. So you're getting like 30 to 40,000 coins worth of rewards for 15k of entry. So I would definitely recommend doing the offline draft. That's a really good way of farming packs. And then there's a few pack glitches too. Also, just play the group stages over and over again of the World Cup. Don't bother playing the actual knockout stages if you really want to get packs, because you get better packs winning the group stage, or getting out the group stage, than you actually do for winning the whole World Cup, I believe. So it's a more viable way of making coins, just to play the group stage and then forfeit the tournament. I do really want to get Mbappe. He'd be perfect, because I've got Griezmann, I've got Pogba. I just need Mbappe to get that link in up front, and he'd be perfect. What round is this? I think it's a group stage game, actually. I think it's a group stage game. I really should be in this game. I'm not. I've been all over this guy. I've had 2 kind of, I think, what should have easily been penalties, especially that one on Griezmann. That was crazy. Like, he literally just rugby tackled him, and it wasn't a penalty. Just pack Neymar, nice. Liam Porter, nice. Neymar is so good, so have fun. Nice bit of play from Griezmann, and again, hit that. I think that deflected off Neymar. That deflected off. I think that was on target as well. You got Ronaldo in your starter pack, ML. Nice. Ronaldo's the one big one I'm yet to pack, and I really want to get him. I would have to swap my team up again, but it wouldn't be too much of a change, because I'd swap from the 4-3-3-4 to the 4-3-3, just the standard base version, and I'd use Messi and Ronaldo on each side. I would need to get a Portuguese, either a Portuguese icon, which would be best, or a Portuguese like centre mid, which I've already got, but they're not that good, so that's why I'd rather get an icon. Come on, finish that. How? I should be easy. I should, like, not even be drawing. I should be winning this game. This guy's had like 1 proper attack, I think, or 1 proper kind of attempt on goal, and I've had countless opportunities saved, and then I've had 2 blatant penalties not given. You packed Henry 3 times. I mean, in some ways that's really lucky, in some ways that's really unlucky, because obviously you can't use those other ones. I've packed Aguero twice and Dybala twice, which is kind of annoying, but still not as bad as that. Although on the plus side, if there is a high rated SBC, you've got those cards, and they will link to a lot of people, so that's always good. Swing that in. That was a good cross as well. Paulinho hit that. Oh, it's another good save by this guy. What? Neymar, what is that? I press cross and he just gets confused. We've got about 20 minutes, 25 minutes left of this game to salvage something from it, and I really, like, it will probably end up being 2-0 now. Look, it's going to be a rebound. Oh no, phew. I could just see it like that. A rebound to make it 2-0 after I've been all over this guy. Tech point, nice clickbait. What, with the title saying new FIFA 18 World Cup SBCs, and then me doing new FIFA 18 World Cup SBCs in the video, right? Nice logic. Tech point. I might go like ultra attacking or something. I'm going for long shots because I'm trying to get rebounds, because getting through on goal doesn't seem to be working very well. I probably should stop going for long shots there. Although I have scored a lot of long shots on this game mode. They do seem quite OP. What is that? Neymar's got 5-star weak foot and crazy good shooting as well. And that's just awful. Who are you guys thinking will win the World Cup? AML says France. I'm hoping it will be France, for the pure reason that I did my French extended research project for my speaking exam for my A level on France being the next global football superpower. And my French teacher, who is the person doing the exam, just argued against me all the time and said they're not that good and they're like ranked 7th in the world and stuff, and you can't say that they're going to be a future superpower because they don't have that like success or something. But obviously I was arguing that they could be in the future because they've got so many good young players and like good academies and stuff. So it would be kind of funny if they then end up winning the World Cup and then I could rub it in his face. Yeah, tech point. Yeah, I explained that earlier. It's not meant to be clickbait having the 85+ thumbnail. It's just that's the thumbnail I used for my last SBC video, because that was about the new SBCs coming to the game, which I found in the game code. One of which was the 85+ SBC, amongst others. It's really going to be 2-0. Oh no, it isn't. I started the stream up. I just started it the second before the SBCs came out, so I didn't have time to make a thumbnail, so I just quickly used that. But I thought from the size of it you wouldn't be able to see that it says 85+. I just thought it says like shows an SBC being completed, if that makes sense. So that's why I used it, just because I didn't have time to make a different thumbnail. So I quickly used that. I'll change it and make like an actual thumbnail after the stream once this turns into a video, but just for the actual stream, that's the one I'm using. But yeah, it's not clickbait. It's just a mistake. Although people keep saying loads of things are clickbait. Like clickbait's fine. Misleading is the wrong thing. Like for someone to even be commenting that something's clickbait is like fairly obvious, because it means they've clicked on the video to watch it. And clickbait, like any video is clickbait that you watch because something's baited you into clicking it, whether it be the title, the name of the person who's made it, the thumbnail, whatever. Like something's made you click on the video, and that's fine. Like obviously, like if I click on like any random video, I've clicked on it for a reason, if that makes sense, and that's fine, because that's obviously how stuff works. Like you click on something because of a reason. What's wrong is misleading titles and misleading thumbnails and stuff. So like me saying like, oh, I packed Pele, and then I didn't pack Pele. How am I not winning this game? That's yet another chance. But yeah, misleading titles are like straight up kind of lying and being like, I don't know, saying I don't like. Hard to think of an example, but there's so many different cases. Like you see with like, I don't know, random videos that those really clickbait YouTubers do, like Derv and stuff, that just have thumbnails that have like no correlation to the actual video, that have like just boobs or something in the thumbnail. This is the most... I don't even know. How did I lose that game? How did I lose that game? I mean, fair to that guy. He scored, he defended okay, but his keeper, I bet his keeper was man of the match. Paulinho was man of the match. His keeper got a 7.3. How many saves did he make? His keeper made 7 saves. My keeper made 8 saves. How did my keeper make more saves than him? I don't know. I had about 3 or 4 one-on-ones with this guy. Like the stats kind of like it says he had more shots than me and everything, but he did. But like the shots I was having, they were the types of shots you'd expect to score from. I did have a few long shots, but I'd say like 7 or 8 of those shots are ones that I would expect to have scored from, like maybe 70% of the time. So I'd have expected to score like 4 or 5 goals there, because I had one-on-ones straight through on goal, and I did a finish that would normally kind of work, a finesse shot, like a low-driven kind of shot, and nothing went in. His keeper was off the charts there. Are there new World Cup SBCs? Yeah, there are. There's Poland, Colombia, Japan, and another one. I'm trying to think. Senegal, I think. But yeah, like there's a line between like clickbait and misleading kind of titles, but there's nothing wrong with clickbait, because like clickbait isn't a bad thing. Clickbait is just like if I go onto YouTube and I'm like, oh, that video looks cool, I'm gonna watch it, or if I'm like, oh, Matt HD Gamer's uploaded a video, I like his content, I'm gonna watch it, that's clickbait, because I've clicked on it for a reason. Whereas if it's misleading, that's kind of like, I don't know, maybe like a Morgs video or something, or like a Jake Paul video, one of the really clickbait people where they just do like a 20-minute vlog and then they have like 10 seconds at the end of something happening which they then put in the title. Or like, I don't know, like yeah, I can think of an example, like we're getting married video, and it's like nothing to do with someone getting married, it's like them, I don't know. I think Jake Paul did a video like that or something, where he's literally just talking about like a normal day, he's just doing a normal vlog, and then someone like jokes about like marriage or something, and then he makes the entire video about, like, the title is like we're getting married, and then has like a picture of him, the thumbnail would be like him proposing to his girlfriend or something. Like that would be a misleading video, and that's like not good, but clickbait is normal. So I guess the 85 plus kind of thing on the thumbnail, that's kind of misleading. It's not meant to be. I'm not meaning to mislead people. I'm just doing that because I didn't have another thumbnail, and it will be changed after the stream. So don't worry. But yeah, I don't like kind of the whole misleading thumbnails, misleading, because it's kind of like tricking your audience into clicking on something and lying to them in a way, which isn't really what like most YouTubers would want. But then you've got like the really kind of greedy YouTubers who don't really care about their audience and just care about money, like Jake Paul and Logan Paul and all of those people, who just kind of use their audience for views and kind of lie and not lie, well, yeah, technically lie to them with the thumbnails and stuff, but kind of trick them into clicking on the video and making out like the video is something that it's not. That I think he was going into like a cool animation there, like a scorpion kick or something, I'm not sure. But like you see Morgs do that a fair amount. Pretty much all his videos basically. But there's a lot of YouTubers like that who do that. And like it works because they get a lot of views from doing it, but it's not the type of thing I'd want to do. Well, let's quickly check. I'm just gonna, as I wait for this Aspilicueta to hopefully get a red card, just gonna quickly go and see like the latest video by someone. Oh yeah, another thing, like Jake Paul did a video where he said like donating money to my favourite streamers, and I think he made the thumbnail look as if he donated £100,000 or $100,000 to Ninja, and in the end he didn't have it, the stream had nothing to do with Ninja, or the video rather. He just donated £100,000 like, as a joke to one of his friends who was streaming, who he'll have then got the money back off. So like that's an example there. But like Morgs did a video a couple of days ago playing Fortnite with the most dangerous controller of all time, and the controller's covered in like nails and like, I don't even know, really weird like bits of sandpaper and chain and stuff, and like that won't actually be what it is in the video. Like, and obviously it's got the classic kind of screaming face in the thumbnail where it looks like they're constipated. That seems to be like, you've got to have that, I think, to be one of those types of YouTubers. Yeah, Ali A does that. Ali A's thumbnails are pretty misleading. The Ali A memes, the Ali A intro memes are so funny. I retweet quite a few of them. If you guys don't know, look up Ali A intro memes on YouTube. They're very funny. If you like, you'd have to have watched an Ali A video to kind of know, but they are really funny. Or yeah, those other types of misleading ones are the like the full lowercase kind of ... kind of titles. Like Morgs does ones where it's like kid spends $750 on Fortnite with mum's credit card, must watch, and like he doesn't. It's just kind of all set up. Like he does it as a joke and then just like sends his mum the money back, and it's not like he says like kid spends it because it's trying to make it look as if it's just some random kid and he's kind of reacting to it or something, but then in reality it's him spending money and then taking it back. Like there's so many YouTubers do that kind of stuff. What are the new SBCs? They're new Nation SBCs, so there's ones for Colombia, Poland, Senegal, and Japan. So you get the highest rated player from those. So you've got Lewandowski, Colombia, Lewandowski for Poland, James Rodriguez for Colombia. You've got Kagawa and Senegal, Kagawa for Japan, and then Mane for Senegal. I can't speak. And you have to trade in a full squad from that nation. So the current ones aren't that worth it. I mean, Lewandowski could be worth it if you've got the players from there, but don't like open tons of packs to try and get loads of Polish players to get Lewandowski. He's not amazing, but like, don't do the Senegal one, for example. Just use the 11 players you've got to trade in, like, and try and get maybe a European upgrade pack or something, rather than just someone like Mane, because you're not really going to use Mane on the whole, I don't think. Yeah, AML, I get you perfectly there. Like, I think people who use misleading titles and thumbnails and stuff, they're just kind of, they're doing it to trick their audience, and they're not like appreciative of them. They're just kind of trying to, oh, that was a nice nutmeg there. They're just trying to do it to kind of exploit them, really. That was on target as well. That was on target. Imagine if that had gone in. The nutmeg with the Ronaldo spin earlier, and then straight into the I think that's a Blanco hot, and the volley. That would have been such a nice goal. Go on, Neymar. Go on, Neymar. Oh, last man. If I got past that last player and then just hit that, that would have been such a nice goal. And would have probably gone in because I'd have been straight through on goal. But you just kind of kept flicking it up with those. I don't know what they're called. They're not sombrero flicks. It's a different skill. I'm not sure. How many points have I spent on this game? About 150k I think I've spent on packs on the World Cup game mode, and then everything else has just been from playing games. And no, I haven't won the World Cup yet. I haven't won it yet. Haven't played too much of it. I've only played it on stream. We've got to the semi-finals a few times, but it's mainly just kind of been starting from not having the best of teams and then just going through, gradually getting better packs and get better rewards and just building up a better team. I wouldn't mind doing like some sorts of videos where I like, I don't know, not reacting because that's kind of a bit effortless, but not reacting, but reaction videos, but like kind of those, a bit like memulous type videos, Will and E type videos, kind of funny kind of videos, if that makes sense, like roasting people, that kind of stuff. Like, I started making a video on Ryan Franklin like that, but ended up not uploading it because by the time I'd finished doing lots of stuff to it, so many other people had then come out with videos that I'd just be kind of regurgitating what they were saying. But I wanted to make a video because I've disliked him for ages now. But yeah, like, I'm just looking at some of Morgs' thumbnails and stuff at the moment, and they're embarrassing. Like, he's got the most dangerous toy of all time, and it's him with a Nerf gun in the title, or in the picture. And then next to it, it's a picture of him against a wall. The wall's covered in blood. He's covered in blood. There's a massive, like, 2-meter pool of blood on the floor. So right, I'm sure that happens in the video. It's definitely not misleading. Like, I'll get it up and show you guys in a second. Like, it's literally looks as if he's just being completely mutilated by like a lot of knives or something, and it's just him holding a Nerf gun in the thumbnail. Are there more SBCs? Yeah, well, there are these 4. There will be another 4 coming out every 48 hours, apparently. I've also accidentally subbed on Maradona, so that's good. You've got to go, but great stream. Keep up the good work. Thanks a lot for that, AML. If I see you're streaming at some point, and I'm streaming, I'll be sure to send a raid over to you. Harry Tootle as well. Welcome to the stream, dude. How's it going? How is it going? I'm 3-0 down in this game. I hadn't realised that. I should probably stop trying to score nice goals and just try and score goals instead. Maradona, that was a really nice turn from him. Like the whole kind of like, look at him run here, the agility and the balance and the speed. Look at that turn of pace, like the acceleration to get away from people. That was sick. I really want to get like Maradona or Pele or Arno and Ronaldo or Ronaldinho, one of those really good icons, or what's his name, Henry. He'd be good too. Look at that like burst of pace there, just to get away from the defender. Like, Griezmann's good, but he's nothing like that. Yeah, he just seems so quick off the mark. It's crazy. I don't know what his pace is. I think it might be like 96, 97, something like that. But he feels so quick. Like Neymar's quick, but that's like next level quick. Maradona. First time I've used him, I got his loan card. But yeah, this is a crazy, crazy card. I really want to get, like, I want them to bring a new icon SBC out and get something like that. Or maybe Mateus, he'd be perfect because he's like so well rounded. But I think like a Cam, look at the pace there. He almost got us there, and that was a bad pass, but he completely burnt that defender, and it was over a really short distance too. Like, I find icons on the regular version of Ultimate Team are just like, they're just OP. Like, you can have a 90 rated icon and a 90 rated normal player with similar stats, and the icon will just perform better. It's like that with Van Basten when he's throwing goal. Like, he's got 94 shooting, and I've used lots of other players with 94, 95 shooting. They're similar stats, but he just is better at finishing than them, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't really, because they have the same kind of stats, but he's just so much better at finishing, and it's just because he brings the extra kind of icon level of finishing, really. If Ryan Franklin asked for a fight, would I fight him? I doubt he'd ask me for a fight. He'd be... I think he only pays attention to like people who have way more subs than him, because that's the only time he can get views out of it. And that's all he seems to be interested in. With like, he didn't reply to Cam Kirkham or any of those YouTubers. It was only, what's his name, Memulus, that he actually replied to. All the other ones he just said were irrelevant and then didn't bother replying to them. Doing any Fortnite? Not on stream. I've played enough Fortnite today. After this, I'm going to go and have dinner, and then I'm going to do some more revision, and then I'll probably watch Love Island later. I've become addicted to it. I don't even like it. Like, the people on Love Island really annoy me. They're just all annoying, like, really stupid chavs, basically. But for some reason, like, I think most people who watch it don't watch it because they like it. They just kind of watch it because it's really addictive, and I don't know why it's addictive, but like all my friends watch it, so that's probably what I'll end up doing. What would I do if you donated 10k, as in 10,000 coins on FIFA, or 10,000 pounds? If it was 10,000 pounds, I think, as you could tell, I'd be fairly happy. Yeah, Liam Porter. I don't know why, it's just so addictive. Like, I watched it last year and it was the same. Like, I didn't like the people on it at all. Like, literally all the people are just annoying. Like, when I watched it yesterday, there literally wasn't a person I didn't dislike. But then I still watch it, but I don't know why. It's just kind of funny. Yeah, the memes are one of the best memes I've ever seen is the Allier Fortnite intro, combined with the ending scene of the first episode, where I think it's like Adam or someone said that he said like the person I'm going to be coupling up with is, and then it like ended on a cliffhanger, and that was the end of the episode. And then I think it was Ayaz Kara edited it and had that, and then just had the Allier intro meme. What exam board do I take? AQA. What position do I play in football? Centre mid or defensive midfield. Kind of the Fernandinho role. Yeah, Alex keeps getting. I feel sorry for Alex. I'd say Alex is probably the only one I don't dislike, because he's not that annoying. And Xavi, he's like actually quite intelligent and he's a doctor. But then no one seems to like him. But I think there's new people coming into the villa in this episode. But yeah, it's not a Love Island stream. It's a FIFA stream. Let's get back on track. What round is this? I think it's the group stage. I think it's the group stage right here. But yeah, this is probably, I'm not sure. I think I'll play one more game after this. We'll see. 4-0 loss in that game, down to earth after the last couple. I was really good in that last one, or the 4-0 win, and then that last game I dominated him and then just didn't win. And then that one I just got destroyed. Yeah, it is really cringy. It is massively cringy. I agree. But it's also kind of addictive. Belgium, centre mid, be De Bruyne. It's not going to be, I don't think. Oh, it's Fellaini. Wow. Yeah, they do, Tom Barnes. Basically all the guys are, I think, apart from Alex, probably. Or maybe that Neil guy as well. He's quite funny. But yeah, all the people on it are just really annoying. And they're all like really plastic. And just that like they probably have like 2 GCSEs combined between them, and probably they'd all be with Alex. They probably have a full set of GCSEs between them, and all of them are with Alex, because he's the only one who's remotely clever. Would I ever do a meet and greet? Probably not, because no one would turn up, or I'd have like 2 people turn up, and it would be really awkward. I might, if I was at an event like Insomnia or something and there were lots of people there, I might. Yeah, De Bruyne's probably a cam, actually, to be fair. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the final game of the stream. I'll end it off after this. This guy's got a very nice team. He's got Neymar, a Kocha. Everyone seems to have a Kocha. I wish I had a Kocha. I wish I had a Kocha and not Puyol. Puyol is dreadful. Like, I have his card. I've got it from an SBC, but I just don't use it. Because he just isn't good. You'd come if it was Semi-Nair. Where would Semi-Nair be? I'm not sure where Insomnia is. I think it's like, is it Birmingham? There's a few things in London as well. I haven't really gone to any of those things. I went to one of the side main games once, but it was a bit cringy because it was just like me there, and then it was loads of kids. So didn't really want to have like an Adam Johnson moment. So I just kind of stayed like on my own down at the front, and then it was kind of. Oh, there was a really awkward moment. I remember I sat down and some massive woman, like she probably took up like 4 seats herself, got really annoyed with me because I sat in my own seat and she was like, "This is my child's seat," and she got really annoyed and like started shouting at me in front of loads of kids, and it was my seat. I was sitting in it, but she like. For some reason thought it was like one of her kids' seats and got really annoyed and like made a whole fuss about it. It was really weird, but like yeah, it was a bit cringy because there were just loads of like 12-year-olds screaming, and then there was me just like, right. I did a vlog on it and then all the footage like got corrupted. It was annoying. Would I want my Sunday League team to face #United? I don't play for a Sunday League team. I played for my school team, but now the season's over and I've left school. Well, I've not left school, but like I've had my last formal day of school. I still have exams and stuff, but given the fact we lost our first ever game 26-0 and that was against a fellow like school team, I don't think we do too well against #United. Although it was against Ufcombe, who are apparently like the best team in the country for their age, and it was our first ever game. And I think for everyone apart from me and like 1 or 2 other people, it was the first game we'd ever played, like as a team together. Well, no, the first like competitive game we'd ever played rather. I'd played before in a couple of tournaments with friends, and like one of my friends had played for Yeovil Academy, and then someone had played for Derby Academy. But apart from that, our team was just awful. Yeah, Tom Barnes, are you near Birmingham? Because if you are, then I know a fair few people who go there, so I could go there. But yeah, I haven't been to any of those like YouTube events because I'd just be going on my own, because I don't really know many YouTubers, or like many YouTubers who go to those things. I know a fair few YouTubers, but most of them are like adults who wouldn't really go to those types of events, because there's like a set kind of group of people who always go to those events, and they're not the types of people that I kind of talk to generally. Because yeah, they're more kind of like vlogger people than FIFA traders. But yeah, I might go to one of those things. We'll see. One 0 down. I swear, like, everyone who plays against me finishes pretty much everything off in front of goal, and my keeper doesn't save anything. And then I just can't finish. Like, I get through on goal so often, and I just can't finish at all. Like, I had a 2-on-1 earlier and somehow didn't score that. I've had countless times of just been like in good shooting positions, like here probably as well. There we go. We scored that time. Driven finishes, I think, are the way to go. Yeah, that's a nice finish, like under the keeper. Those types of finishes, I think, are the best way. When are the SBCs out? They're out right now. At the moment, they're currently out. Do I play fans? Yeah, sometimes. Not at the moment, though, because I'm playing the World Cup mode and you can't play friends on here. You're in between London and Brighton. If it was something in London, which I think there are quite a few events, then could always go there. Have I won the tournament yet? No. Haven't played it too much. I've only played it on stream. Oh, we've got to the semis a few times, though. Is that 2-1 or is that offside? I think that's onside. That was a nice ball from Paulinho. He just picked him out straight through the middle. I thought he was going to be offside as well, but I want to see a replay of the goal. Yeah, he tackled him nicely there, and then look at that. Just slid it through like 4 defenders. And he held him off. I'm getting better at finishing now, because I think maybe there was a patch, because finesse shots used to work really well and I scored lots of goals doing that. And now driven finishes seem to be the way to go. I do want to score like a really nice goal though. That's why I keep trying like these random kind of volleys and stuff. And like in that game earlier where I was trying loads of random crosses. When I'm doing the SBCs, I'm not, just because the only good player from them is Lewandowski, and I already have Lewandowski, and the others aren't worth it, and I don't have the players anyway. I'm just like, I wouldn't want Mane. Well, I've already got Mane actually. I wouldn't want to get like Kagawa for a full Japanese team. I'd just use those cards in like a European upgrade where I've got the chance of getting someone a lot better than Kagawa, because like I wouldn't use Kagawa. What do I get for losing in the semis? You just get a normal like 1 player pack just for playing a game for losing in the semis. You get good rewards though for the group stages. You actually get better rewards, I think, for the groups than you do for the actual win, which is a bit weird. So yeah, I think that's something they could improve. They could make the rewards a little bit better. I think for winning the World Cup mode last World Cup, so FIFA 14, you got like 30k, whereas this time I think you get like 10k and some packs. That was stupid. That was so bad. I was looking at the chat and then I just threw it straight to him, and yeah, Akocha scored. That was completely my fault. What are the SBCs? They're nation ones, so you have to trade in a full nation, so a full Polish team, for example, with an 80 rating to get Lewandowski, for example. I think there are 4. but they're not that good. But it's a good sign because it means we're going to have the same ones for like lots of other nations. So we're going to have most likely like a Portuguese one that gives Ronaldo, because I think it's for the highest rated player from different nations. Archie Mackenzie, thanks a lot for that, man. Do I know when the 85 plus will come out? Maybe on Friday, or maybe when the World Cup actually starts, because it is going to come out. It's in the game code. It's been like leaked in there, or confirmed really. It's in there, as well as like an 82 to 84 SBC, an 81 plus SBC, premium SBCs for continents. There's loads of new ones in there. It's just a matter of time really, until we see those ones. I think the nation ones probably weren't in there because the nation ones are a little bit different, like they're flash SBCs that are just going to quickly be in, rather than permanent SBCs, which I think we'll have with the 85 plus ones, if that makes sense. But yeah, sorry if you clicked on the video because it says 85 plus in the thumbnail. I've just used that thumbnail because that's the thumbnail I used for my SBC video I did about the new SBCs coming to the game, one of which was the 85 plus a few days ago, and I just quickly used that thumbnail because I didn't have time to make one, which is why it's got it for this video. I've had a few people asking about that, but as soon as this stream's over, I'll make a better thumbnail and then have that, because this will then turn into a video afterwards. It will be today's upload. And then tomorrow's upload will be about the free pack glitch, and how to get free coins, the no loss glitch, all the like little glitches and stuff in this game mode, which are really cool, which EA haven't patched. And a lot of them have actually been in the full version of the game, not just this World Cup mode, and haven't been patched either, which is a bit crazy. You think our starting formation will be 3-4-1-2? Is that in the World Cup? I'm not sure if I'd play that. I'd probably go with like a 4 at the back formation, because Walker plays well at centre back, but I think it would be better if they had Walker as a fullback, because Walker can really push up more. Had Danny Rose at left back, then had like just two solid centre backs, like maybe Maguire and Tarkowski would be good. But I think like it would be something different, probably Cahill or someone. And then maybe Butland in goal, Pickford, whoever, and then have maybe, I don't know, maybe 4-3-3, and have like, because Sterling, for some reason he keeps playing Sterling as a striker, and Sterling like isn't a striker. He's not a strong player. He's a player who works really well out wide. He can cut inside. His crossing and his his finishing ability isn't amazing. It's good. Like, he scored 25 odd goals last season. He was the 4th top scorer in the league with like 22 goals, I think. More than Lukaku, Firmino, Mane, Hazard, like more than so many players. He can finish, but it's not his best attribute. That's his kind of movement and his ability to find space out wide, which he can't do when he's obviously playing as a striker. So I think if he was playing on the wing, he would work so much better, because he'd be able to give really good service to Kane, have Rashford on the other side, because Sterling and Rashford are the two main players in terms of creating chances. They're the best options England have going forwards. They can actually run at people and create good chances. I'd play 4-3-3 with Rashford and Sterling on each side, Kane up front. A midfield trio, I'd have probably Henderson in there, although I don't rate Henderson that much. Like, he's been good for Liverpool. Like, he doesn't have much competition in the England squad, so I'd go with him. I would go with Wilshere, but he's not been included in the squad just because of what he brings. He's got that creative ability. Henderson's kind of that box-to-box player. I'd probably go with Ali as the creative kind of attacking midfielder. And then probably as a defensive option, I'm not sure who I'd go with as a defensive midfielder, really. Dyer's okay, but like that's it. He's okay. You've got a lot of options that are kind of like okay. Lewis Cook's actually quite good, although he's not being included in the squad. He was included in like the preliminary squad, I think. He's quite good. I think he'd suit that role quite well. Like, he's good on the ball. I think Wilshere would have been good in that role. That kind of, it's like a Fernandinho or like a Jorginho kind of role. Someone who's really good on the ball, but also good defensively, that just kind of holds up the ball and keeps possession, really. If I had to pick an 11 with 3-4-1-2, what would it be? Maguire, Stones and Cahill at the back. Walker as a right wing back. Like I wouldn't. I'd use Maguire's good. I rate Maguire. I'd have Maguire. That's probably going to be a red card. I'd have Maguire, Stones, and Cahill as a back three rather than having Walker as a centre back. I'd then have Walker over Trippier as a right wing back because Walker is a lot better than Trippier, especially getting back defensively. Then on the left, I'd have Danny Rose because like he is injury prone, but he does offer a lot going forwards. Although actually I think Delph as a left wing back would play really well there because on the ball Delph is very very good. He's really comfortable on the ball. Like if he made a short cameo appearance against Nigeria, but in that time he was really comfortable on the ball, and getting back up the line, up and down defensively, going forwards. He was really solid. So I'd say maybe Delph as a left wing back because. Like defensively, he's not amazing, but as a wing back, he doesn't have to defend too much. So he'd suit that more than he does as a left back, and he plays left back fine. Like he plays left back for City in Mendy's absence. So I think that would be good. I didn't mean to pass that. Yeah, Ashley Young is quite old. Ashley Young lacks defensive. Like yeah, he can be good defensively. He completely pocketed Salah, but I think on the whole, I'd go with Delph. I think like. Delph won't play. It will end up being a natural fullback, like most likely Danny Rose. But I think Delph would suit that quite nicely, just because of how good he is on the ball. Rose hasn't played much because he's been injured, so I'd say Delph, Walker as a fullback rather than a centre back, Maguire, Cahill, and Stones, Butland in goal rather than Pickford. Then for the two, I'd go with Henderson and Dyer. Dyer is the defensive one. I don't rate either of them that much, but I mean they're okay. Dele Alli is the creative midfielder maybe, and then Sterling and Kane up front. But like, yeah, I just don't like that system. Like, it's not getting the best out of a lot of players. It's not getting the best out of Walker, who's one of the best right backs in the world, and he's not being played in his position. He's being played as a right back. It's not getting the best out of Sterling, who's one of England's best and most important players. Yes, Kane is a really important player, but I'd argue that Sterling's equally as important because Kane relies on service to score goals. Without service, he doesn't really do much. Like he doesn't create many chances for himself. Like you don't see him like dribbling past, beating loads of players and scoring a goal. Most of his goals are headers, tap-ins, kind of goals that are set up by other people that require good link-up play. Like you saw Sterling set up his goal, for example, against Nigeria, and Sterling's the one who can create those chances. Which Kane can't do on his own. So I think in like a really big game, you need someone who can kind of take the game by the scruff of the neck and kind of do something individually, which I don't think Kane can do. He needs service to be able to do that. So I think Sterling probably like he could be England's most influential player. He just needs to be played like in the right role, and I don't think playing three at the back and playing him as a striker is getting the best out of his position, because it means he gets isolated. It means he then just has to run against centre backs rather than if I had 2 red cards, what? Rather than just being able to play out wide and run into space and then run against a fullback, beat them and then create chances. I think that would work really well because it would get the best out of him. It would get the best out of Kane as well, because Kane would then be able to get really good service, and he's really good in the air, Kane. So the crosses from Sterling, I think that would just suit the team a lot better, but evidently Gareth Southgate doesn't agree with me. Driven finish, hit that. How did that go over? Driven finish seemed to be really good. Lingard, yeah, Lingard has the potential to play there as well. It's between Lingard and Ali though, and I'd go with Ali over Lingard. Lingard's been good this season, but I think Ali just kind of has that extra kind of edge, I'd say. But like, if he's not playing well, then bring on Lingard. Like, Ali's not been good for England at all, really. Whenever I've seen him, he looks quite poor. But then Lingard hasn't looked amazing either. Based on international form, I would maybe say Lingard actually, but just based on like the player, like, you know what they could do. Like, Ali is a good player. Like, he is a really good player. So like, when you play a really big nation like Brazil or something, you'd want to have like a really big player who can do something big and change a game, and that could be someone like Ali. So I'm not sure. Techman TV, welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, I think Young's a better crosser than both of them. I think Young's final ball is probably his best attribute. But I think in terms of possession, Delph's the better option. Like he can keep the ball really, really well. Keep hold of the ball very effectively. He's not going to give it away. But I think we're coming up to 2 hours of stream time. We're going to end it on a high note here, hopefully, with a drop down. Beast one big. England, striker, it could be Harry Kane. I don't think it's going to be. It's Jamie Vardy, who I don't think I've packed before. But there we go. That's what we're going to end the stream on. Not been an amazing stream in terms of my gameplay. I've lost a lot more than I've won. And my record's kind of gone downhill a bit because a couple of streams ago my record was really good. But yeah, not as good now. I'm actually just going to go to my duplicate storage though now. And I have a lot of players that aren't currently in my club that I sent over here because I've like traded them into SBCs and things. So I'm just going to send all of them back to my club now, just so we can stock up again. I actually have a lot of Argentine players, so that's something to bear in mind if they release an SBC, although it would be for Messi, and I already have Messi, so I don't really need that. Can't believe we packed Messi on the last stream though. I think the last 3 streams we've packed Messi and Neymar and Griezmann, like so many amazing players. Pack luck on stream has been second to none. I didn't know I had Martial. Haven't tried him out yet. There's quite a lot of cards here that I don't already have in my club, which is good. We're stocking up, so all of these will be really, really useful. Please say I have a Sidibe. That would be really useful if I do. I don't think I do, but if I did have a duplicate Sidibe, that would be super useful for an SBC. I have a duplicate Ericsson. I didn't know that. But anyway, there we go. That is going to be the end of the stream. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you guys later for a video on the no loss glitch, the free pack glitch, and loads of other cool glitches in the FIFA 18 World Cup game mode.